Now that the league has returned to a regular schedule, the final day for teams to make deals this season is February 10th. The deadline is 3 p.m., however, news of certain deals may be released after that time. Watch this video to get updated on the latest NBA trade rumors. There hasn't been much action on the trade front yet, but with two key deadlines, December 15th and January 15th, now in the rearview mirror, the majority of players in the league are available to be transferred, giving clubs less constraints when pitching trades. First, the Golden State Warriors. At this point in the season, the Warriors have been neck and neck with the Suns for the best record in the NBA, and that was before Klay Thompson returned to the lineup. It'll take some time for the second member of the Splash Brothers to get his footing, but Golden State certainly has what it takes to win it all this season, which is why it's such an interesting team to watch as the trade deadline approaches. On the one hand, the Warriors don't really need to do anything. They have one of the league's top players in Steph Curry, possibly the second greatest shooter of all time in Thompson, the frontrunner for Defensive Player of the Year in Draymond Green, and more depth than any other rivals. On the other hand, they're in a rare situation where they could seek another star without jeopardizing the core that's helped them win 3 titles. As essential as he has been to the team's success, Andrew Wiggins, who is due $31.6 million this season and $33.6 million next, would assist in matching money in a trade for another star. The Warriors could then sweeten the deal with a package that includes Jonathan Kuminga, Jordan Poole, and James Wiseman, 3 young players with tantalizing promise, as well as draft selections. The Warriors may be a safe bet to stay put at this season's trade deadline. After all, they're among the favorites while still being well built for the future, but the prospect of them going all in to make the most of their title window is enough for them to be on our list. Now we have the Indiana Pacers. It's no secret that the Pacers might be sellers at the trade deadline. Shams Charania and Bob Kravitz of The Athletic reported on December 7th that the Pacers are receptive in trade talks with rival clubs over various experienced players, including Domantas Sabonis, Myles Turner, and Carmelo Anthony. Sabonis, a 2-time All-Star who can put up double-doubles in his sleep, is by far the greatest player in the bunch, but a month before the trade deadline, Charania said the Pacers had an extraordinarily high value on him, making a deal unlikely for Sabonis. Meanwhile, clubs are allegedly ratcheting up negotiations for both LeVert and Turner. LeVert's stats are down a touch this season, but he's shown to be a great scorer when healthy, averaging 19.5 points on 43%, 34%, and 76% shooting splits over the previous 2 seasons. Turner's on track to lead the league in blocks for the 3rd time in his career and provides crucial space as a stretch 5. With how versatile he is, it's no wonder that clubs like the Mavericks, Lakers, and Hornets have shown interest in Turner. According to Michael Scotto of Hoops Hype, the Pacers are seeking a first-round selection and a solid young player in exchange for LeVert, the same deal, or 2 first-round selections for Turner. Now, let's take a look at the Sacramento Kings, another club that might be sellers when the trade deadline arrives. According to Yahoo Sports' Chris Haynes, Sacramento's internal strategy is to continue to develop around De'Aaron Fox and Tyrese Halliburton, although neither player is considered untouchable. In reality, no one on the team is. We've already heard Marvin Bagley III, Buddy Hield, and Harrison Barnes referenced in trade rumors this season, in addition to Fox and Halliburton, who Haynes believes are garnering an abundance of attention throughout the league. Time will tell what happens with Fox, Halliburton, and Bagley, but NBA insider Mark Stein said there is a growing perception in the league that both Barnes and Hield will be moved before the trade deadline. That comes as no surprise. Barnes and Hield are no strangers to rumors, and both have in-demand skill sets. Hield is one of the league's best 3-point shooters, whereas Barnes can do a little bit of everything on both ends of the court. Both of them have the potential to make a difference in the eyes of a contender. Up next, Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers season hasn't exactly gone as planned. The fact that Anthony Davis is out for an extended period of time due to an MCL sprain hasn't helped, but the Lakers are still hovering around 500 despite LeBron James being Super Saiyan. They now rank in the lower half of the league in both offensive and defensive efficiency, and Russell Westbrook, who was brought in as the team's 3rd star, is still figuring things out. The Lakers will have a difficult time strengthening their roster, as TSN's Jordan Greer recently explained, but it won't stop them from trying. In addition to Turner, the Lakers have been connected to Jeremy Grant and Gary Trent Jr. in recent weeks. Grant, in particular, will be a hot name around the trade deadline. They also allegedly offered the Hawks 2 second-round selections in exchange for Cam Reddish, who is currently a member of the Knicks. Given how restricted they are, let's see if Rob Pelinka can conjure up any magic. Now we have the Philadelphia 76ers. The 76ers have made it obvious that they are willing to take their time in order to receive the greatest possible return for Ben Simmons, but will this continue into the offseason? Even without Simmons, the 76ers have been able to stay competitive this season, presently sitting in 5th place in the Eastern Conference rankings, thanks to another outstanding season from Joel Embiid. Depending on the return, a Simmons deal may increase Philadelphia's title chances this season. A Simmons deal might generate another contender in either the Eastern or Western conferences, depending on where he ends up. Now in other news, Steph Curry's not going to ditch his his approach as he attempts to overcome a month-long shooting slump. Curry has maintained a steady mental bubble whenever he releases the ball from his grasp. Curry boasted that he thinks he's going to make every shot he takes unless it's drastically off or out of balance. Curry regularly hits such shots even in those situations. So much so that Curry has broken multiple scoring records, transformed the current NBA game, and won 3 NBA championships. But what happened recently? Curry has established himself as one of the NBA's most ice-cold shooters. The Warriors beat the Utah Jazz 94-92 at Chase Center on Sunday, and it had nothing to do with Curry's outside shooting. Instead, despite Curry's terrible shooting, the Warriors, now 34-13, won their second game in a row. Curry finished with 13 points on 5 of 20 shooting from the field and just 1 of 13 shooting from behind the arc. Despite this, Curry did not appear to be disturbed by the figures. Not while the game was being played, not after speaking with season ticket holders, not after that when he talked to reporters. Now we have Jason Tatum. The Boston Celtics get a significant win over the Washington Wizards thanks to Jason Tatum's performance. Tatum broke out of a three-point shooting slump with a flourish, hitting 9 of 14 from long range on his way to a season-high 51 points as the Boston Celtics defeated the Washington Wizards 116-87 on Sunday in Washington, D.C. Tatum came into Sunday's game having missed his previous 23-point tries and going 0 for 3 in Boston's previous 3 games, but he made his first 4 shots against the Wizards and finished with 6 of 7 in the first half, the last coming just seconds before halftime. Tatum's 50-point performance on Sunday was the 6th of his career. He also had 10 rebounds and 7 assists, while teammate Jaylen Brown had 18 points and 10 rebounds. Bradley Beal led Washington with 19 points and 7 assists, but he, Spencer Dinwiddie, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope were all 0 for 14 from three-point range. Deni Avdija led the way with 13 points, and Kyle Kuzma added 12 and 7 rebounds. Lastly, Los Angeles Clippers versus New York Knicks. RJ Barrett had 28 points, 14 rebounds, and 6 assists to help host New York stop a 3-game losing streak with a convincing win over Los Angeles. Barrett made 9 of 24 shots from the field and recorded his 3rd double-double of the season. He also made all 7 of his free throws in 43 minutes. Julius Randle had 24 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists after being restricted to 4 points in Thursday's 102-91 defeat to New Orleans. Reggie Jackson scored 26 points on 10 of 18 shooting as the Clippers fell to 1-2 on their current 8-game road trip. Ivica Zubac finished with 17 points and 14 rebounds. The Clippers shot 43% from the floor and 14 of 41 from three-point range. And that's a wrap for this video. Which trade are you most interested in? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this, and we'll see you in the next one.